High School, and we are really happy to be together again and to be performing for you again. Thank you for coming to our annual parent preview performance that we always have at the end of band camp. So the purpose of this performance is both to demonstrate what we've been working on this week, as well as to give the students a quick performance to help focus our practice time. Before we begin, I would like to take this opportunity to thank some of our very talented instructors that we've had this week. Our flute instructor was Jana Flagstad. Our trumpet and horn instructor was David Goins. Our low brass instructor was Clinton White. Our low brass and marching instructor, and somebody who deserves very, very special thanks because she did this volunteer at the last minute when I was shorthanded with some stuff, is Tara Bright, who's been amazing all week long. Our drumline teacher is Mr. Quinn Blanford. Our majorette coach is Dawn Welch, and she's assisted by Tracy Dixon. And our saxophone, clarinet, and marching instructor, and my right hand, and one of my very best friends, and I'm so glad he comes back to teach every year, is Mr. Charles Whitehammer. Please give all those instructors a round of applause. Parents, I want to thank you for sending your students to us this week. I will admit that I've challenged their musical abilities and beat them up pretty good. What you're going to see is very much a work in progress. Out of all of the students on the field, 16% of them are brand new marchers. And the other, everybody that's left that's had experience hasn't done it for 2 years. On a normal year, we usually have 25% new marchers, and I will say that has been quite the challenge. But, needless to say, there have been a few hurdles to overcome this week, but despite that, the students have worked extremely hard to learn what they're about to share with you, and I'm very proud of their effort. Please keep in mind, this is a work in progress, and you might hear some coaching from the sidelines, perhaps something to work on later, you might hear, but I do think you're going to be impressed with everything that they've done this week. That being said, choir band, dismiss the pregame. If you're standing on the sideline currently, they may need to stand there just for a second. Now perform our full pregame show. Parents, we're going to ask you for some participation during pregame. After the band files into their block, you will hear a long whistle before the drum major runs through the center of the band. After the whistle, you will hear the band cheer loudly. I actually asked them to scream their heads off. If you would also do that as well, here today and when we're in the stands during the football games, we would all really appreciate it. After the band has performed the fight song and our national anthem, they will march into a tunnel formation to await the football team's arrival. That's what will happen on a game night for us. All right. Head drum major, Anna Stivers, you have the field. thought I'd give you a preview of what we will be performing at halftime this year. Our first halftime performance will be a few weeks from now on August the 20th at the Battle for Elkhorn Creek Bowl game. I believe that is going to be played at the stadium. It's technically a Great Crossing High School in Georgetown, but our football team will be facing off against Scott County High School, and our band will share a halftime show with their band. The next week, we'll have our first home game, as our football team will be taking on our crosstown rivals, Western Hills High School. All right. We will also be performing with their band as well, Yay Bands. Yeah. The tunes you will hear in a moment will come from those first two shows, and we hope you will come out and support our band and the football team. The very first two these guys are going to perform for you is it's called Love Runs Out by the band One Republic.
Sir! Yes, sir!
That was Love Runs Out, conducted by our head drum major, Anna Stivers. We have 3 drum majors. The next 2 will be called Bad Guy, Billie Eilish 2. It will be conducted by one of our assistant drum majors, our own bad guy, Mr. Henry Andrews.
Bad horse up!
Thank you. spend all day if I listed every great thing these kids did. One thing that comes to mind, especially on that last tune, you see 6 tuba players out there. I only had 4 coming into band camp, and then I had 2 that switched over to a new instrument because I really needed it. And so they've only been playing tuba for like 2 weeks now. And they are killing it, and they're doing such a good job, and you heard them on that last game. So give them a big round of applause. Thank you. Always taking care of it. Senior Assistant Drum Major Shelby Ogden will now be conducting the last tune. This is called Feel It Still by Portugal the Man. Some of them have some words. And so in addition to being able to show off my drum line, which is the largest drum line we've had since I've been here, I also want you guys to learn some of the words, and older folks in the band, if you can help out by shouting out the words too, because some of our younger people are still learning some of this stuff. We'll now hand it off to Nathan Robinson and the drum line demonstrating the first 7. job keeping through COVID, keeping that very unique program that we have that not a lot of other schools have going. So I hope you've enjoyed this outside performance. I have some special thanks. First special thanks are to this group of hardworking students. We give it up one more time for this group of hardworking students. Thanks again to all the instructors that I mentioned earlier. Thanks to the Frankfurt Kiwanis Club who came out and cooked for us the other night. An extra special super thank you to Julie Kemper and all the band booster officers who organized so many different things this week. It's hard to list all of them. Now here's something else. Yeah, go ahead and clap big for them. And I will tell you, it's been amazing to be able to not only have to worry about the teaching aspect this week. They took care of everything else. Super special thanks to all of the parents and helpers of the band who volunteered their time in any way this week. We had a lot of great help. Please give all those folks a round of applause. Thank you very much. I want to give a special shout out and thanks to Mark and Jill Derbyshire for their tireless efforts. And they were here a lot this week, and they've done a lot of hard work, not only this week, but you know, we had some curveballs thrown at us before band camp, facilities-wise, and they were quick to tag in and help out with that. So big thanks to the Derbyshires. Our booster officers, Julie Kemper, Mark Derbyshire, Jill Derbyshire, Tiffany Summeth, and Rebecca Bright. Our uniform parents are Rebecca Bright and Amy Andrews, and our band bazaar coordinator is Robbie Clements, and our social media coordinator is Kate Talley. We give all of those folks a round of applause. I want to remind you that we have rehearsal on Monday and Thursday night of this coming week from 6:30 to 8 o'clock. We did a lot of hard work this week. It's extremely important that students are at practice to retain all of that info that we've learned. Please don't take the week off. Also, just a reminder that the link to our band calendar can be found underneath my signature on any email that I send. Every known band event for the whole school year is currently on that calendar. Once school starts, marching band rehearsal will be after school from 3:30 to 5 o'clock every Monday and Thursday during football season. One final piece of advice to the students, please play your instruments this weekend. You've done a lot of conditioning this week, and if you go the entire weekend without playing, you will lose everything. I mentioned earlier that these kids worked very hard. This has been a fantastic camp, a hot camp, but a fantastic camp nonetheless. Amazing attitude and work ethic. We're going to have a great year. Thanks again for everyone for coming out tonight. Our band will now play the fight song one more time. Go Flyers! That is yours. If you put your instrument in the locker, make sure it's all the way in there. Don't leave anything in the middle of my floor. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday. Great job, everybody.